Did you know that loneliness has been shown to be as harmful to your health as smoking 15 cigarettes a day? Yet most people underestimate just how much their social connections impact not just their happiness, but their wealth and even their physical health. Imagine if joining the right community could act like a supercharger for every part of your life, giving you energy, clarity, support, and opportunities you would never have had on your own. Welcome to the Big Daddy's Big Tips podcast, the daily podcast helping everyday people go from feeling stuck to building momentum, confidence, and freedom one daily step at a time. This is not a podcast about hacks or hustle, it's about the quiet power of habit driven lifestyle design, where your health, wealth, and happiness are upgraded slowly and sustainably through what you do today, what you do tomorrow, and what you do the day after that. Because it is not the small number of big decisions that shape your life. It's the thousands of tiny ones you make each and every day. What you eat, how you move, what you buy, what you say yes to, who you spend your time with, how you react to situations. It's about what I call your daily wins versus your daily drifts. And every single decision that you make in your day will create a ripple effect. That ripple will either be positive, taking your life in the right direction, or negative, taking your life in the wrong direction. The right direction takes you towards a future you that's flourishing and thriving, but the wrong direction results in you feeling stuck. Now, feeling stuck can mean different things to different people. It could be constant tiredness, struggling with sleep, not liking the reflection in the mirror, aches and pains that won't go away, or lacking the energy to do the things you want to be doing. It might mean living paycheck to paycheck, never quite getting on top of your debt, struggling to budget or save, or feeling like your income potential is capped. It may mean knowing that you should invest for the future, but never quite taking any action. Being stuck can equally be about what's on the inside. It might be a lack of purpose or low self worth, or stress or anxiety or strained relationships, maybe feeling like you're going through the motions or struggling to be present sometimes with the people that you care about the most. The truth is, whatever form stuck takes, it can feel heavy. It can slow you down, it can cloud your decisions, and it can convince you that change has to be too big or too overwhelming. But what I want you to know, and what this podcast is all about, is that you don't need a dramatic leap to escape feeling stuck. You just need to start redirecting your life journey by changing your ripple effects. And we do this one daily win at a time. Because whether your ripple effects are working for you or against you, they may seem invisible at first, barely noticeable after a few weeks, but as the months and years roll by, they become too big to ignore. And where you find yourself today is the result of your life journey thus far. You've been taken on that journey because of the ripples that you have created. The ripples you've created have been the result of the thousands of micro decisions you've made each day. And the decisions you've made each day are the result of how well primed your body has been on those days. Or as I like to refer to it, how well primed your vessel has been. Look after your vessel, and making good decisions is easy. Choosing the daily wins is easy. But allow your vessel to build up rust, and you will find yourself more easily distracted by and more easily tempted by the bad decisions, the dreaded daily drifts. And I know what you might be thinking. Maybe you've tried to change before, but you started too big, or focused in one area of your life whilst the others slipped away. Maybe you think change has to be dramatic, or you have to wait for the perfect time. Those are some of the same false beliefs that I had to break for myself. Because the truth is, the smallest daily shifts, when stacked in the right way, can change absolutely everything. And the beauty of the BDBT system is that you don't need to change everything. You just need to prime your vessel. Guard what goes into your body. Prioritize how you move your body. Prioritize how you rest your body. And each tip you hear from me is part of that system, that journey that helps you prime your vessel so that you can shift from daily drifts to daily wins. From noise to clarity, from feeling stuck to feeling free. Because the BDBT movement is not just about saving money, it's not just about getting fit, it's about creating a life you can feel proud of. By breaking down the overwhelming into the achievable, and by getting there one daily step at a time. Now imagine this for me. You're trying to make a change. Maybe it's eating better, maybe it's exercising more, maybe it's saving money, or just feeling less stressed. At first, you're motivated, but after a few days or weeks, life gets in the way. You lose focus, you drift. But imagine instead you had a group of people on the same journey as you. People who check in, people who encourage you, people who share wins, people who remind you that you're not doing it alone. Suddenly, the same habit feels a bit lighter, a bit easier, even enjoyable. So today's tip is to join a community. It could be a local walking group, it could be a weekly game of football with your friends, an online forum, a fitness class, a book club, or even a group at work. The point is not which community you choose, it's that you choose to belong somewhere that supports your growth. When I first started trying to make changes in my life, I thought I had to do most of it on my own. I would grit my teeth, I'd push through with willpower, and I'd hope that momentum would just carry me through. And while I was able to make some progress, it was very fragile. Anytime life got stressful, the old habits would creep straight back in. But when I joined a community, which in my case was a very small accountability group, everything shifted. Suddenly, I wasn't just letting myself down if I skipped a habit. I was letting down people that were cheering me on. And just as importantly, I would gain from their energy. Their wins would inspire me. Their struggles would remind me I'm not the only one finding it tough. And that sense of belonging was the glue that made change stick for me. Communities improve our health in two major ways, directly and indirectly. In terms of direct influence, you often move more when you're part of a group. Whether it's a walking club, attending a class, getting out the house to meet people, social activity combats stress. It lowers blood pressure. It improves immune function. Studies show people with a strong social tie live longer and healthier lives. In terms of indirect impact, community primes better health decisions. When you're surrounded by others who value movement or good food or rest, you naturally mirror those behaviours. You cook healthier meals, you sleep more consistently, you choose the stairs instead of the lift because you know you're going to be talking about it with your group later on. Your vessel becomes easier to prime because you're no longer rowing against the current of isolation. Now, at first glance, joining a community may not look like a wealth tip, but it absolutely is because they expose you to new opportunities, to new knowledge, and to new accountability that can directly improve your finances. Think of a no spend challenge group where people talk about cutting costs, or a professional community that offers you regular business advice, or maybe an introduction that ultimately leads to a new job. What about a group of friends that travel everywhere together, instantly lowering commuting costs? And here's the hidden wealth ripple. Being part of a supportive group reduces stress, which lowers emotional spending. Without the urge to treat yourself after a tough day, you will naturally spend less. Over weeks and months, that saved money will add up. Not from a single grand gesture, but from dozens of tiny moments where you have felt supported enough to say no. Now that is very Big Daddy's Big Tips. As for your happiness, this is the most obvious ripple. Humans are wired for connection. When you join a community, you get to share wins. You laugh at setbacks. You feel seen, you feel heard. That belonging will boost your mood, it will boost your confidence, it will boost your resilience. It will also create meaning. When you show up for others, not just yourself, you build purpose into your routine, and that purpose carries over into every area of your life. You don't just walk more, save more, or eat better, but you feel better doing all of them. Joining a community is not about adding pressure or obligation. It's about a supportive environment where your small daily wins are celebrated, where they're reinforced and where they're multiplied. You're not changing who you are, you're placing yourself in an ecosystem that helps the best version of you emerge one small step at a time. So whether it's a local or an online, a free or paid, small or large community, just make the choice to join one. Let other people's energy fuel you and let your ripple fuel them in return. And if you have no idea where to begin, why not confide in one good friend who you know shares an interest and make it your combined goal to create a small group, say half a dozen. That way you can take the leap together if joining an existing community feels too overwhelming as a very first step. And if you'd like to lock this habit in and actually see the impact it's having on your life, I would always recommend getting your free copy of my Big Daddy's Foundation Blueprint. Far more than just a tracker, it's a system that shows you how small daily actions like this one stack up over time across your health, your wealth, and your happiness. You can use it to track your daily wins, you can use it to spot your daily drifts, and you can use it to watch your momentum build week by week. Because when you see it written down, when you measure the ripple, that's when it really starts to sink in. That's when it becomes part of who you are. You can get your free copy from the link in my bio on Instagram, from my website, or from the show notes below this episode. So if today's tip has got you thinking in any way, please share it. Not just online, but with someone in your life who might need it too, because real change spreads when we pass it on, and your unique ripple effect may just be sparked when you have that conversation and share your new knowledge. Even better, you can try explaining the tip in your own words to somebody that you know, because if you can teach it, you are far more likely to remember it. And if you would like the full breakdown of this tip, with the extra examples, the bonus strategies, in a free downloadable guide to help you actually implement it in your life, head over to Instagram, drop me the keyword in the show notes below, and I will send you the free guide directly. When you combine this with a copy of my foundation blueprint, it will stand you in very good stead for ingraining this tip into your life. So if this tip has sparked anything for you, please come and hang out with me on Instagram and TikTok, where you'll find me every day at Big Daddy's Big Tips, sharing simple, high-impact tips to boost your health, wealth, and happiness, one small daily win at a time. You'll also find weekly bingo cards to keep you motivated, free downloads to dive deeper and make change easier. You'll find weekly go-lives that feel like a proper pep talk, as well as more honest chats just like this. Make sure you're following so you don't miss the next tip that could change everything. And if you've tried any of my tips so far, I would love to hear from you. Send me a DM or tag me in your progress, because this is just the beginning, and I want you to know how proud I am of you and that you're not going on this journey alone. So if you need any help from me or are unsure in any way about implementing this tip or the benefits it can offer, reach out and I'll be in touch to help. Thank you for being here. Thank you for coming on this journey with me. And please remember, your future does not change in one big leap. It changes in the next small step you take today. So why not start right now? Get that vessel primed, create the positive ripple effects, enjoy a truly life-changing journey, one small daily win at a time. I end each episode by asking you a question that you can answer in the comments below, and today's question is this. What is one community you've been thinking about joining, but haven't yet? And what is holding you back? Have a think. Let me know what springs to mind in the comments below, because I would love to hear from you. Big love, Big Daddy.